The mainstream media has been known to perpetuate falsehoods and misconceptions about various topics, and Jesus is no exception. There are several reasons why the mainstream media might engage in this behavior, and it is essential to explore these motivations to understand the underlying factors. One possible reason is the desire to attract attention and boost ratings. Sensational stories and scandals often garner more attention than factual, nuanced reporting, and the media may prioritize entertainment value over accuracy. In the case of Jesus, the media may exaggerate or distort aspects of his life and teachings to create a more compelling narrative. For instance, the idea of Jesus as a radical, anti-establishment figure has been popularized in some media outlets, despite the lack of historical evidence to support this portrayal. This caricature of Jesus can be used to advance a particular ideological agenda or to appeal to a specific demographic. By presenting Jesus in a way that isn't consistent with his actual teachings and actions, the media can create a false narrative that is more palatable to their target audience. Another reason the mainstream media might spread misinformation about Jesus is to undermine his influence and authority. Jesus' teachings and legacy have had a profound impact on Western culture and society, and some individuals and groups may seek to diminish his significance to advance their own agendas. By portraying Jesus as a mythical or marginal figure, the media can contribute to a larger effort to erode the cultural and moral foundations of society. This can be seen in the way some media outlets downplay or distort the historical evidence for Jesus' existence and teachings, or present alternative, non-Christian perspectives as equally valid. The media's treatment of Jesus is also influenced by the prevailing cultural and intellectual trends of our time. In an era of secularism and relativism, the idea of an absolute, objective truth is often viewed with skepticism. As a result, the media may approach Jesus and his teachings with a critical, deconstructive mindset, seeking to uncover hidden meanings or contradictions. While this approach can be useful for understanding the complexities of biblical interpretation, it can also lead to a distorted or reductionist view of Jesus and his message. Furthermore, the mainstream media's portrayal of Jesus is often reflective of the broader societal trends and values. In a culture that prioritizes individualism, consumerism, and hedonism, the media may present Jesus as a figure who is primarily concerned with personal fulfillment and self-actualization. This can lead to a watered-down, therapeutic version of Christianity that is more focused on individual happiness than on the pursuit of righteousness and justice. By presenting Jesus in this way, the media can create a false narrative that is more appealing to a culture that is increasingly narcissistic and self-absorbed. In addition, the media's coverage of Jesus is also influenced by the interests and agendas of various pressure groups and lobbying organizations. Some groups may seek to use the media to advance their own ideological or political agendas, often by presenting a distorted or misleading view of Jesus and his teachings. For example, some organizations may promote a social justice version of Christianity that emphasizes political activism and community organizing over personal piety and spiritual growth. By presenting Jesus as a primarily social and political figure, these groups can co-opt his legacy to advance their own causes and interests. In conclusion, the mainstream media's propensity to spread lies and misinformation about Jesus is a complex phenomenon that is driven by a variety of factors. These include the desire for attention and ratings, the need to undermine Jesus' influence and authority, the prevailing cultural and intellectual trends of our time, the reflection of broader societal values, and the influence of special interest groups and lobbying organizations. By understanding these motivations, we can better navigate the often confusing and contradictory media landscape and seek out more accurate and nuanced information about Jesus and his teachings. Ultimately, it is up to individuals to critically evaluate the information they consume and to seek out trustworthy sources that present a faithful and accurate portrayal of Jesus and his message.